Hello everybody. This is Ty from Ty Hot Takes coming at you with a bit of a silly video today. Apparently, there is some stupid ass streamer kid that decided that it was a good idea to taunt Nintendo by pirating their Switch games, streaming them, and then telling them that I could do this all day. And yeah, that was a really smart move. So this article comes from videogameschronicle.com. Link is in description. Apparently, Nintendo has won a lawsuit against a streamer who regularly played pirated games before their release, while taunting the company that he couldn't be caught. Well, you asked for the attention, and you have received it, my bro. Last year, Nintendo sued Jesse Kane, who it claimed would stream games on various online platforms under his username EveryGameGuru. The lawsuit stated that since 2022, Kane has streamed at least 10 of Nintendo's leaked games before they were even released, more than 50 times in total, the most recent game at the time of the lawsuit being Mario and Luigi Brothership. It also claimed that Kane taunted Nintendo, sending the company a letter broadcasting that he had 1,000 burner channels to stream from and can do this all day. As reported by Torrent Frank, Kane continued to taunt Nintendo's lawyers on Facebook, writing, "Should have done more research on me. You might run a corporation, but I run the streets." This is my reaction to that information, by the way. Whoa. We got a badass over here. Bro, every game guru knows how to pirate games, knows how to jailbreak a Switch, and knows how to use streaming software. Isn't he so cool, guys? Oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this, and he's taunting Nintendo. Like, I don't know what else to say. This guy's fucking an idiot. And I also found this from another source here. This one comes from Kotaku. Also, link is in the description. And according to Kotaku, Kane also said, "Love y'all. Capitalism is cancer. My channel is being deleted for sharing gameplay videos. This is your reward." This is also my reaction to that information, by the way. Whoa, we got a badass communist over here that's sticking it to Nintendo by taking the time out of his day to play Nintendo's games, stream them, which in a way is a way of promoting like Nintendo's brand and getting people to talk about Nintendo games in the first place. So sticking your middle finger up and pirating Switch games to stick it to Nintendo is kind of fucking stupid if you think about it critically for about 2 seconds. And also, just want to throw it out there. I bet this guy hasn't read a single political book or critique of capitalism in his fucking life. I'll be honest, I haven't read the entire Communist Manifesto, but I at least have this on my bookshelf, which I think is probably more than what 90% of fucking young shit communists are able to say in current day. I'm not talking about communist academics, they're the ones that write the crazy, tomes of communism that nobody bothers to read, but your average fucking edgelord communist on the internet like this guy every game guru, I seriously doubt he's ever read a fucking book from Marx ever. But anyways, I'm rambling here. Let's get on with the article. In April 2025, Nintendo filed a new motion claiming that Kane evaded service of the complaint, but was then served it through substituted means via both email and letters to his mother, grandmother, and partner. Man, those Nintendo copyright ninjas were hard at work tracking down this guy's family to make sure that their legal shit is in order and they actually are able to get through to this guy in one way or the other. After Kane failed to respond by the deadline, the court clerk entered default against him on March 26th, and Nintendo asked the court to make a default judgment against him for $17,500 in damages. A Colorado federal court has now granted Nintendo's request and ordered Kane to pay $17,500 in damages, but also said that two of Nintendo's requests for permanent injunction couldn't be granted. Because Kane mostly used emulation software available online, the judge ruled that Nintendo's request that he destroy all circumvention devices was rejected because the request was unclear and unreasonable. So I guess that means that I'm not sure what circumvention devices means, but I could only assume that that would mean that Nintendo wanted Bro to destroy like maybe his computer or hard drives that were involved in the piracy of their games or whatnot. And the judge was like, okay, bro, like we're down for finding this guy 17 grand or whatever, but maybe destroying the circumvention devices, that's it's a bit too much for me. Let's just make him pay a bunch of money, and our time here at court is going to go a lot faster, guys. Nintendo also asked for the injunction to apply to third parties who worked alongside Kane, but the judge denied this too because Nintendo didn't specify who these third parties were, meaning the final judgment was simply for $17,500. So that's interesting too. Nintendo not only wanted this streamer's head on a chopping block, but they also were additionally trying to go after what they called the third parties. So that would probably mean they wanted to go after whoever was dealing this guy the pirated Nintendo games. So it could have been a private or public torrenting community. It could have been a Discord group or email. Who the fuck knows? But this was not revealed in court, so I also don't know who the third parties are. But apparently the judge said, we're just going to focus on this one guy, and Nintendo, y'all could shut the fuck up about the third parties because I ain't got time for that. Nintendo's motion said it could have asked for more damages than $17,500 because by not responding to the order and defaulting, Kane had technically conceded liability for all 10 games Nintendo had listed in its previous complaint, meaning it could have asked for at least $100,000, which would have been 10 grand per game. This is Nintendo right now, by the way. I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further, because that would really suck. You should shut the fuck up and pay your $17,500. And God, can you imagine what would happen if this guy refused to pay the money? This bro's going to jail, like straight up. So hopefully for his sake, he pays the fine, but the future will tell us how much of a badass this guy really thinks he is when he's confronted with the fine in question. So Nintendo only asked Bro for 10 grand for the latest infringement, Mario and Luigi Brothership, as well as $7,500 for the multiple violations of circumvention of its anti-piracy security. So this comes from Nintendo. In similar circumstances where defendants knew about but repeatedly ignored copyright notices and encouraged and insisted others' infringement but failed to appear, courts in the district have awarded significant statutory damages, Nintendo's motion in April stated. It added, here, an award of $10,000 is eminently reasonable for defendants' blatant streaming of Nintendo's video games before any ordinary consumer had lawful access. It is particularly reasonable since Nintendo is electing not to seek damages for infringement of the other 9 works as to which Nintendo has established liability. So yeah, bro fucked around, he found out, and originally when I skimmed over the headline for this story on Twitter, I was under the impression that like, oh, Nintendo is going after another streamer for piracy. I bet this was like a minor offense. Like maybe bro had an illegal copy of Mario 64 and Nintendo is going after him for some petty digital theft like that or whatever. But nope, bro is just blatantly streaming Nintendo games before they're even released and then taunts Nintendo about it on Facebook, email. I think one article even said he even sent them a physical letter taunting them in that. And yeah, bro really shouldn't be surprised that he's getting fucked up the ass legally at this point. And I think he also shouldn't be too surprised that he's not getting as much clout as he had originally expected. I scoured YouTube to find any information about this guy, and it's actually harder to find clips of this guy than you think it would be. So I don't think bro is super relevant, and I don't think him getting 10 minutes of fame here is gonna help him out in the future really at all. I found one clip of this guy from this YouTube channel, Ethan, and this is what the guy looks like. And this was like literally the only clip of this guy that I could find that still exists on YouTube. So this guy has had his YouTube presence, and assuming he was on Twitch, his Twitch presence has been totally deleted from the internet. And he's been boasting like, oh, well, I have fucking a million burner accounts and I could just keep coming back and be a pain in Nintendo's ass forever and ever. And while there may be a little bit of truth to that, like, yeah, this guy can just be a pest and he probably can just make more burner accounts in an attempt to be as annoying as possible. But uh that all that really doesn't matter if nobody's watching your content, and nobody can because you're on a YouTube blacklist. And your new account's just gonna your new account's gonna be a fresh slate, and good luck getting any new viewers or eyeballs with a fresh slate. Every time you make a burner account, like, people's attention is very limited and they care about consistency and being able to match a name with a streamer. And bro is a super duper no name now, and him having his name attached to the story and being a giant fucking idiot trying to stick it into Nintendo is the only thing that he'll be relevant for forever, probably. So yeah, hope you enjoyed being sort of infamous for like 5 seconds, dude. I hope it was all worth it. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. This has been Ty from Ty Hot Takes. Make sure to leave a like, a subscribe, a comment, and maybe check out my live streams that I've got going on right now. This coming Tuesday, I've got a stream of Eternal Darkness, which is a very cool, spooky survival horror game. Ah! That actually that actually got me. And even though it's not October anymore, we're in November, it's going to be a great fucking time because that game's awesome and I think it's really underrated. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see y'all the fuck later. Peace out, guys.